Hi Year 6, Mrs. Kidman here. So this is your writing activity. We're going to have a look at a little book called The Arrival, and it's a book by the same author who wrote Eric for your reading activities. It's just a picture book, so hopefully we'll get some really good writing out of it, some really interesting ideas. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a video of the book, and as you're watching it, what I'd like you to think about is, do you have any ideas about who these people might be, and what makes you think that? And I want you to think about what style of photographs are used to create this video, and what possible time period you think it's from, and any similarities or differences that you notice about the people. And either think these thoughts as you're watching it or discuss them with somebody as you're watching the video. So hopefully I'm starting to get the hang of this now, and hopefully I should be able to share my screen with you in a second. There we go. So it's a very, it's been playing without me. Okay, there we go. Very short video. Okay, so hopefully you've been able to have a think now just by watching that short video about so what I said about who these people might be, what type of time period you think it is, and any similarities or differences you noticed about them. And so far, why do you think the title of this book is called The Arrival? What about it is making you think something is arriving or someone is arriving? Now, it is a graphic novel, and it holds just as much emotion and detail as a written novel, but the detail is in the illustration, so you have to really pick out what is happening during each illustration. And if you look carefully at the pictures, you can notice little details that the illustrator has put in to kind of give that emotion across. So if I can find my PowerPoint of the images, hold on a second. Let me just pause. Okay, so I don't know, where's it gone? There it is. Right, so there is the PowerPoint that I wanted with the images, and I need to share my screen, and voila. Right, so here we have, take this image as an example. Here's an image of taken from the story that we can use to infer things about the characters, infer things about their lives, just from looking at this one little thing. I can see the fact that there is steam coming out the top of the teapot that tells me that this is a used teapot. They are using it daily. Have a look at the picture now and see, what can you see? I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, so what type of things could you see? There was lots of different things on there. You can see that the family drink tea. They make a pot of tea, so they must drink it together socially. So what that means is they're not just making one mug, they're not making themselves a mug, they're making a brew which will feed all of them, which will nourish all of them. The fact that it's black and white creates a very bleak feeling, so it's not colourful, it's not vibrant, it's a very dark, and it reminds me of being quite cold. Tea is a very cheap and readily available drink. This could imply information about their finances. So does it tell us that that this is all they can afford to drink? Maybe coffee's too expensive for them, and the teapot is cracked, so they're still using something that's got a very significant crack all the way down it that really you'd think would allow water to pour out of it. So straight away we found out that they're a family that stay together and drink tea together socially, and possibly that they're poor, and they give you the impression that it's quite a dark and dismal place to be. Okay, so just from that one image, we figured out quite a lot about the family. Okay, so let's have a look at these pictures. So we've got, let's see, got lots of different things here, lots of different images. Let's have a look and see if we can noun, so if we can name what they are. So let's see, can you pause the video and have a look and see if you can name what you can see on each of these pictures, and also any details that you can see on them as well. To pause the video. If I don't know if I said that, but pause it. Okay, so let's see what they are. Okay, so we've got dove, got hands of a clock going round, got a coffee cup, and I can also make out some that looks like a ship on a ticket. So they look like tickets and maybe a newspaper. Got a family all together. Got a frame with a family in and a hand holding it. String tying together the package. Got the possessions in the box. We've got love. Now, if I look deeper, okay, so I'm going to take the picture of the mug. Okay, so I'm looking deeper now at the detail of it. So I started to pick it apart because I could see the fact that there was a ship on the tickets, and it's a very big ship, and actually it looks like an old-fashioned style of ship that they used to ferry people across. It kind of reminds me of, if anyone's seen Titanic, it kind of reminds me of that. I can see information on another sheet, but it doesn't look like language that I understand or symbols that I understand, so maybe it's a family from outside of this country. I can see the mug has got chips in it across around the top. It's very similar to the tea set now. To the teapot, maybe that tells me either that again they're too poor to keep hold to make sure that it's kept nice. To replace it, or does it have sentimental value? Is it something that possibly they're going to put into their possessions and they're going to take with them wherever they leave, wherever they go to? So that's what I can see from that one. Pause the video and have a look further at the details and see what you can see on each picture and what that might tell you about each family member, the family. Right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at writing a very short style of poem to do with the pictures that we've seen today. And we're going to do it in a very interesting way. All we're going to do is we're going to noun the photos, which I've done here, and then we're going to add a verb to go with each photo. So the dove could fly, the hands could tick, the coffee steams, the daughter smiles, the frame is held, the string is tied, the possessions wait, the love lasts. So I've just put a verb with each one. And now I'm going to add an adverb to each one. And that's basically my poem. I'm going to put it together. So the dove flies high, the hands tick morosely, the coffee steams slowly, the daughter smiles beautifully, the frame is held desperately, the string is tied tightly, the possessions wait patiently, and the love lasts forever. And just putting all those sentences together will create quite a beautiful poem. So let me get rid of that. Sorry, trying to get it to work. Right, okay, so share screen again, and that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a poem. And literally all it's going to be is each one of these pictures a verb and an adverb. Oh, there we go. Right, anyway. So the first picture was a picture of the dove. So I've got rid of my text box. So I'm going to put the dove, and I want a verb, flies, and I want an adverb, hi. So I've got my noun, verb, adverb. Okay, my next picture was a picture of the clock, so I could specify into the detail of the hands. So the hands, what did I say? Tick morosely. I've got my noun, a verb, and an adverb. The next one was the coffee steams slowly. To see, now I've got my commas at the end. So what I'm doing is, by using this same repetitive nature, I'm creating a poem that creates a picture. And this is my first verse. The daughter smiles beautifully. Okay. I'm just highlighting this so you know that I'm using a noun. Whoops, I've got the other part of my noun. A verb, an adverb, and I hope you'll notice as well, I'm keeping it all in the present tense, so I'm not saying flew, ticked, or steamed, or smiled. I'm keeping everything in the now. Okay, so that was my first verse. The dove flies high, the hands tick morosely, the coffee steams slowly, the daughter smiles beautifully. So you can hear the kind of repetitive nature of the sentences because I'm having it as very similar style for each one. So your challenge is to copy this type of style for each one of these pictures. So come up with a noun, a verb, and an adverb and put it together into a poem. Now you can use my nouns if you need to, or you could create your own. For example, this one, you could have the hands, you could have the clock, you could have on the coffee one, you could have the papers rustling. You could have the on the family photo, you could focus on the man or the woman instead. So the father grimaced, so something along those lines. So have a look at each picture, see if you can pick out a different detail to talk about rather than the ones that I have, but you are welcome to use the ones that I have. I will upload this picture with the without the nouns, so I'll upload that picture so that you can have it to have a look at properly. Okay, hope this helps, hope it's made sense. It will build and build and build, and we'll come up with some different writing, but for today all I would like is a very basic poem. Okay, thanks. Let's see.